I have a confession.
What's up guys, it's Sophie. As you can tell by this title, I did not get accepted into my top choice school for college. Northeastern University was my top choice and I got rejected. I got rejected months ago, so honestly at this point I'm totally fine with it because I am gonna be talking about colleges. I decided to bring it up even though it has nothing to do with this video at all. I mean it might, like maybe some kids' rich parents bribed them to get into that school. Loughlin has nothing to do with it, but you know, Loughlin has found herself in some trouble in the past few days, so my personal punishment for Lori is using her name as clickbait for this video, so hence the title. But in all seriousness, I did want to talk about the college scandals that have been going on in the news. If you don't know anything about them, basically very well-known celebrities like Felicity Huffman and Lori Loughlin have bribed very prestigious universities into accepting their kids into college. Universities like Harvard, I think Harvard was one of them, Stanford, I'm pretty sure Georgetown was one of them, and USC. So I was reading a lot about this story in various different articles and it just frustrated me, and I wanted to talk about it because it made me think a lot about the 1% in this country and the financially elite in this country and how they can kind of scam their way around any institution. I get it, like we live in a capitalist country, everything kind of runs on money. It's been running on money since this country was born, but the 1% have just been taking it too far. They've just been taking their shit too far, bringing us these college scandals. So I just wanted to talk about them and my thoughts on them. So before we begin, if you are not already subscribed to my channel, definitely make sure to do that. And yeah, without further ado, let's talk about the 1% in America and how they control all of our institutions. I read today that Olivia Munn said something that I really agreed with when she addressed the college scandal and all of that. And she was saying how, you know, this is not about love. The parents didn't do this out of love. They did it for a fancy diploma. And I honestly 100% agree with that. I'm not saying that Lori Loughlin doesn't care about her kids. I'm not saying that at all. I'm mainly saying that her decision wasn't really made out of love, but more out of stupidity, honestly. Because let's just backtrack. Let's just think about it. If you have to bribe your kids to get into a school, that means that they weren't gonna get in without your money. Colleges, when they do accept students without, you know, bribery, they accept students based on the fact that they're going to be successful in their school. So if your kids weren't smart enough or, you know, didn't work hard enough to get into the school anyways, what makes you think that they're going to succeed in the school and once they get out of the school? Lori Loughlin's daughter, Olivia Jade, is already pretty successful on YouTube. She already has money. Her career is kind of set out for her, which kind of pisses me off even more because, you know, what this makes me think about is the way that financial class in America is set up to make people that are not in the 1% or are not in the financially elite fail. Bribing to get into schools has been a thing. Like, it's been a thing for years, but nobody really talks about it because big celebrities weren't really doing it or they weren't known to be doing it. So I feel like the reason why this is blowing up is because these are celebrities that we're talking about. But you know, people have been bribing their way into colleges, like rich parents. I was reading an article also earlier today about how this college scandal is not even really about celebrities, but more about what it does to people that are not in the 1% or do not have, you know, $500,000 to spend to get their kids into school. Like, it's cheating. Like, they don't have the money to even think of cheating. Not to mention it's morally wrong, but we'll get to that later. The 1% is mainly white. So underprivileged and financially unstable Black and Hispanic kids, where the system is already built for them to fail. These kids that don't have any type of backing really depend on a spot in a prestigious university and that diploma from Harvard. They kind of need that more than Olivia Jade does. Some of these families rely on their kids getting into school for the right reasons, like a good school, graduating and being successful. Like, that's kind of all that they're really relying on because that's all that they have going for them, which is unfortunate, but that's kind of how it is. So it's not just necessarily like bashing Olivia Jade, how could you do this? It's more just, let's look at the bigger picture and let's look at the concept of the 1% can really cheat their way through any type of institution. They can cheat their way through the justice system. When it comes to the prison system, once you hit education, you're really playing with kids' lives out here. Like, you're playing with it like it's a game. As I was saying, like, I get forget that America was built off of money. Like, it's really all, we live in a capitalist system. Like, it's all about money, and it's something that I'm not ignorant to. I definitely understand that we live in a capitalist system, but not to mention, number one, bribing your way into college is illegal. You can't even do that. It's like, it's literally illegal. And then number two, it's just like morals and ethics. It's just not ethical. I personally don't understand how somebody could sleep at night doing that. If you even think just for a second of the kids that really need to be in those spots, like need to be in Harvard because they worked their way up into getting there, they're kind of relying on getting into a really good school to get that diploma and leave and graduate and be successful. I'm not saying that every single person that goes into college comes out and becomes a billionaire, but it's like, for some kids, getting a college education, a good college education, is kind of what they're relying on for stability. By giving away a place to somebody who bought it, you're kind of throwing away that other kid's stability, if that makes sense. Like, I just personally could never. Like, I could not sleep at night knowing that I'm doing that. Every single dollar that I take from somebody who's cheating their way through the system is like another person's, like, oh my gosh, like, you get what I'm saying? It's just so morally wrong. Now, honestly, I didn't know much about Olivia Jade. I never watched her videos. I watched her mom on Full House, but like, that was really it. But it's just grimy. It's just grimy. To me, it's disgusting. Y'all are just, ooh, like, y'all are cheaters. Like, y'all are just cheating your way through the system, like snakes slithering your way through the college admissions process. Like, ew, like, this concept of being able to bribe your way into a system, into an education system, is just taking your privilege, being in the 1% and being financially elite, too far. Like, that's just taking it too far. I get that these schools want to make money. Anybody that was involved, that was accepting that money, I can actually see it from their viewpoint. I get that you want to make money. I get that it's a lot of money too. Olivia Jade's mother, Lori Loughlin, paid $500,000 for her kids to get into that school. Like, $500,000, that's a lot. That's a lot, I get it. But you can't be playing with other people's lives out here. You can't be playing with other students, kids' lives that worked so hard to get into these schools. It's like, you're just taking the concept of education and throwing it away, which I just find disgusting. And those are really just my thoughts on it. That's all, really. Those are all my thoughts on it. Comment down below what you guys think, how you guys feel about the whole entire situation. And then also, in terms of my school, my college future, I do have a lot of other really good options, which I'm very grateful for. Even though I didn't get into my top choice, I got into other schools that I'm very, very, very happy with. I know that wherever I end up, I'm gonna do great. So, and I deserve to be in that spot. So yeah, that's basically it for this video. I will see you all this Saturday with another new video. Bye!
I think that I've been dead since the start. I haven't took too much inside my heart, but I don't even care no more. I'm gonna